Finally, we got to see some Zelda Tears of the Kingdom gameplay. I was already excited, but now I'm what's higher than excited, elated. But seriously, it's a month away from Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and we finally got to see some gameplay. Much to unpack from this 10-minute gameplay that Nintendo has graced us with, so I want to talk about it. So if this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, my name is Delaney and welcome. I like to talk about video games, and yeah, this is pretty much my channel. So like and subscribe if you want to see more, hang out, have a seat, and let's talk about games. Welcome back, return viewers, as always. So let's get started. Okay, first I need to talk about the biggest thing at the end of the 10-minute gameplay. Was there's gonna be a Zelda special edition OLED, and it had already been rumored and kind of leaked a month ago now, but now it's finally announced, and I am already crying because I am conflicted. I want this OLED, but I already have an OLED and I have a dilemma. But I think it looks so good. I think my favorite part of it is actually the dock. The dock looks beautiful. I think it'll complement the game so much, and this one comes out April 28th, but I know it's gonna be a crazy time to try to find it because the Nintendo website was already like crashing. You had to wait in line for like over hours to even get into it, so that's gonna be a madhouse trying to get. There's also a Zelda themed Pro controller, and there's gonna be a case too, so it's nice they're gonna have all these different Zelda things. But yeah, let's get into the actual 10 minutes of gameplay that they showed. So let's see, some prominent things that I noticed, of course, is that there are going to be several different things that you're going to be able to do when it comes to your abilities. My main thing that I'm super excited for is that there is going to be crafting. So you're going to be able to gather materials around you and combine them to make different types of weapons, aircrafts, boats, anything that your mind can think of. And I think that that is such an amazing upgrade to Zelda. I have been racking my brain to figure out what could they do to make it something new and something fresh, since everyone has pretty much overplayed Breath of the Wild. I feel like this new crafting feature is definitely kind of like a love letter to all of the really hardcore Zelda gamers. I've seen so many people online on YouTube and TikTok that show you these different things you can craft in Breath of the Wild with essentially things that they made up from their gameplay. Like I've seen someone do a hovercraft using the Kinesis ability, using two mining carts in Death Mountain, and I always think that is so clever. It's so clever how many things that people who have played Zelda Breath of the Wild, they've come with things that the creators didn't even imagine you could do. As a part of the being able to craft different things, you can also fuse your weapons or fuse your arrows with monster parts. So I don't know about everyone else, but in my playthrough of Zelda Breath of the Wild, I have a ton of monster parts that I actually don't know what to do other than selling them. So one of the things that I noticed the most was that you're able to combine your arrows with certain monster parts. So one of the things they showed in the trailer, you can combine a Keese eyeball with your arrow, and that can make it into a homing arrow, which basically means that you don't have to correctly shoot an arrow. I'm so excited to see what I can build and what other people can build using these abilities, and that is like probably one of the coolest aspects of this gameplay. Second is that you're going to be able to use a recall mechanism where you're able to make an object go backwards in time, and that is going to be one of the features to let you be able to explore the sky islands in Hyrule. So another ability that they have talked about is that you're able to ascend if you're in an enclosed area that is like a mountainous area. So you go inside of a cave, you can use this ability to ascend to the top without having to climb it. I love that they improved a little bit more on the climbing mechanics and things like that, and making it just a little bit easier to be able to traverse this world. So that is such a cool ability. They also did mention like if you're stuck in a cage, you can use that as well, which makes me wonder if some of the enemies are able to trap you, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. The other thing that I noticed is that there is different types of creatures around as well that we haven't seen in Breath of the Wild, which I'm kind of excited to see that. And another thing I did notice in the trailer was that those same creatures, there are creatures that don't attack you and look like they are NPCs. So I'm kind of interested in like how these new characters are going to be added into Tears of the Kingdom. The main thing that I'm noticing, it seems like will be very prevalent, is expanding more on being creative, more on using like coming coming up with your own concepts, your own way to play. But I have full trust in the creators that they really thought this game out. It has been in the making for so long that I know that there's so much love and care that has been taken into it. What do you guys think of the 10-minute gameplay of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom? How excited are you to have it come out in May? So let me know down in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope all of you guys are doing well, and see you next time. Bye.